Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name's Yvonne, Vaillancourt.
Yvonne, you are in a fabulous profession. And tell me the organization that you're working with.
I work for UMass Boston, so I'm part of the University of Massachusetts school system, university system, and I am a director of our field station at Nantucket.
That's awesome. What types of projects in the area of education are you focusing in at present?
So what I do is I support all kinds of people, and I also do some of my own projects. So there are science projects that are part of my own work, but I run a field station. So we have many people from UMass, but also from many other schools and agencies that come and use our station. And something I've been doing with one of my colleagues, Juanita Urbanrich from UMass Boston, is we look at microplastics. So that's something that's new.
Microplastic? Is that anything to do with environmental protection?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
of interest and
Yeah.
concern. There's a lot of plastics out there,
Mhm.
and they break down into tiny little pieces and things that are less than 5 millimeters in
Ergo
size.
micro. But who came up with that?
That's a good question.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
to know that it exists, where is it being utilized most? Because we know about the horrific buildup that's terrorizing our planet.
We have a lot of plastic, and people want to understand what that means when it breaks down into small things. It can cause a problem for organisms that are small, and they think they're eating food, but they're actually not, so they get no nutrients.
Right.
It's also a problem potentially for things as they try to grow and live, because plastics may leach chemicals that are used in the formation of plastic, keeping it bound together. Those chemicals can leach out and cause problems. They can also attract and have chemicals attached to them, which could be problematic.
Well,
So-
there's been some recent suggestions that the plastics have become a way of building back some of the reefs or the environmental. Uh, it's just like 30. You have the billion. New York has the billion. What do you call it? The billion Oyster project.
Oh yes.
Okay, so they're building back the harbors and the oyster. So whatever those beds are, there was a suggestion that the plastics might be helpful in that regard.
So I think the reefs they often create start with some sort of hard structure, and then the oysters attach to those.
Right.
And those are often made out of an organic matrix or some type of stone or concrete, but the oysters filter a lot of water in a short amount of time, and when they do that, they're removing nutrients that could cause problems as well as
Okay.
other things.
Okay.
And they're capable of they have some discretion over what they actually ingest and what they don't take in. So not only do they filter it, but they can sort of accumulate inside their shell, but not in their body, some of the waste, like some microplastics.
Wow, you have an interesting group visiting the African Meeting House this afternoon. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. We're fortunate here on Nantucket. Every Daffodil Festival, which takes place at the end of April, we are visited by the Ronald McNair program out of UMass Boston. We have scholars who are funded by this National Science Foundation program, which is a wonderful thing. And they come out and they visit. And part of our weekend itinerary, which is rather packed, it includes going out in the water and doing some hands-on science, getting some data. But then we also do cultural things. And one of those very important and soulful items is to visit the African Meeting House and the Higginbotham House, and we'll be doing that this afternoon.
That's wonderful. Ronald, the scientist and astronaut, McNair is a member or former member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, which is my fraternity as well. So this is like wonderful. You got a chance to flip through Daph's world. What did you think?
I love it. It's it brings Nantucket onto the pages of this book, and what is so wonderful about daffodils is that they brighten and get us ready for the springtime. They make you feel so good and bring you to a better place as you see them out in the fields and along the side of the road. And
Certainly.
so to see them inside of a book is wonderful because the daffodil flower doesn't
Stay
last
long.
forever.
Yes.
And so you can enjoy these beautiful pictures and the variety of the daffodils. They're all different sizes. There's a great diversity in the flowers and they're really beautiful.
They're so manyfold and, like you said, beautiful, soulful, the signs of resilience and hope in terms of spring. You have really delighted my day. What's your name again?
Yvonne,
And what's the name of your organization?
UMASS Boston,
How-
Nantucket Field Station.
And how do we contact your...
You can find us online
yes.
at umb.edu/Nantucket.
Fantastic.
We're also on Facebook. So
Okay.
check us out.
Have a fantastic day and see you at the meeting house.
Yeah.
Take
see you
great
then.
care.